has returned to the team. And Guduric starts tonight in the backcourt for Fenerbahce. The referee steps into the center circle. The ball is in the air, and we are underway for round 19 action in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. This is the continent of Europe's premier basketball competition. First possession to the visitors. Fenerbahce lets fly from the corner. Nice extra pass to open up the shooting opportunity, and the visitors get on the scoreboard first. Both teams starting in man-to-man defense. And you can see Henry trying to deny the ball to the hands of Frenchman DeColo. Hooks a little pass to Duvrierlo, and nice pass right down the lane to Vesely. Beautiful push pass by Duvrierlo as he shares it with his fellow big man. As I always like to say, when you're a big man and you get the basketball, look to your opposite number. Look at the other big man first. Don't give it back to the guards. You might not see it again. Jakiri's jump shot from the free throw line. A little too strong. And Fenerbahce come back the other way. Well, DeColo, a little slow cooker right there as he just kept the ball in his hands and meandered into the short corner for an easy lay-in. Henry, crossover, changed his mind in the lane. Little floater wouldn't drop, hit the heel of the rim, bounces out. DeColo, nice look-away pass. And Vesely just couldn't finish. Intelligent play here by DeColo as he's appealing with referee and Panther that the Baskonia player's got his foot out of bounds. Let's see here. It's Jakiri. Look at DeColo. It's an interesting question, of course, because DeColo's also touching the ball. We're going to take a break right here. Fenerbahce up a penny in the first quarter.
Kino Kalon pulls back on the elbow, misses the shot. Maybe one more chance here for Fenerbahce to win it. Lorenzo Brown against his former team. The floater falls at the buzzer for the walk-off winner. Lorenzo Brown delivers the heartbreaker to the team he played his rookie campaign with last season. That is remarkably close.
Well, a flashback to last week, Tim Long on the call, the walk-off winner from Lorenzo Brown. The little floater to win it, the buzzer beater, as Brown broke the hearts of his former teammates at Crvena Zvezda. Marko Guduric also featured in that game, the native Serbian back in the Serbian capital. Guduric played for Crvena Zvezda between 2015 and 2017. I bet they were looking to get out of Belgrade quick. There's probably a lot of people who knew them in the city. As if to say, get back to the airport, get out of town. Well, Fenerbahce win the tip. Great pass inside to Vesely. A defensive breakdown as Jakiri looks at Polonara as if to say, how do you lose a 7-footer? He's 2 meters 13. How do we lose him? Well, Vesely pops up for the easy flush. And Fener right now have got Baskonia doubled up 6-3. Good defense on the sideline by Guduric. And Vildoza in the game, early substitution. Finds Polonara. His shot's good. Well, there's no place better to make a jump shot than right in front of your teammates. Polonara with the quick left-handed release levels the score at 6 each. So Vildoza comes in to spell Fenerbahce, who got the start. Got a foul here. So Baskonia show double team in the low post. Fenerbahce quickly pass out of it. And we've got a foul, I think, here on Polonara with the reach. End line ball for Fenerbahce with 14 on the shot clock. Goodrich was in a couple of minds. He's had a couple of clean looks. He passed up on him, and now he's going to try and break down on the perimeter. Shot is off the mark. And Duvriolo with the offensive rebound. He's fouled by Sedekirskis, who's checked back into the game. So Coach Ivanovic mixing things up here quickly. Yusufa Fall has also stepped into the game. Here's Duvriolo with the rebound. He does a great job of keeping the ball high. You know, when you get those offensive rebounds, you want to keep them above your shoulder. Go straight back up with them. As soon as you bring it down to reset, oftentimes it'll get stripped out of your hands or tied up. That's German referee Ann Panther. Fener come out with some full court pressure. It's a trapping defense, and they recover quickly back into man-to-man. Polonara plays the point forward position, finds Gudrydis, played for Alba Berlin last year. Yeah, nice touch pass inside. Fall couldn't gather it. And great defense by Fenerbahce. What happens with the full court trap? It doesn't lead to a turnover, but it takes seconds in the backcourt, and it can unsettle the offense, leading to a turnover. Yeah, Vildoza commits the blocking foul. Tocolo sportingly helps him up. You know you're in trouble when you're backpedaling on defense, when you're guarding the ball. Tocolo curls off the screen and turns it over. Great pass ahead, and even better defense by Jan Vesely. You love to see this from your big men. You love to see your big men go halo to halo, and all credit to Vesely, because he's got to get all the way back on defense. He will have come from somewhere in the paint on offense, and he's got to get those big shoes all the way down the floor to play defense. Gudrydis off the back of the rim. And Fenerbahce taking care of their defensive boards. Oh, great defense by Fall. Well, Fall stops the penetration of Vesely and then steals the pass. Yeah, you can see Vesely. It's not often when Vesely is on a basketball floor and he looks up at somebody. Vesely stands 2 meters 13 and Yusufa Fall stands 2 meters 23. And Vesely now with the steal. Well, Jan Vesely playing defense like a guard. He's going to shoot this passing lane right here and glide to the basket. Just shows you his mobility. We've got a moving screen here on Yusufa Fall. At the end of 2019, you know, Vesely struggled with some injuries, and he's such an explosive player. He's such an athletic player that it's a big part of his game. He needs that mobility. He needs to be able to run up and down the floor and be active on the backboard in order to play his best. Zoran Dragic will come in to replace Gudrydis. And Dragic had 16 points back in round 9. Again, a comfortable win for Baskonia, 86-68. Yeah, excellent ball movement to Ulanovas, who misses the shot. But the ball movement from Fener, outstanding ball reversal to open up the shooters. Vildoza might have got away with a carry there. Dragic, baseline jump shot, no good. So both teams going through a little scoring drought. Yeah, great defense here from Dragic. You can see this from a mile off. Goodrich was in a couple of minds in transition. He was looking at Vesely. He's having a look here at Vesely. He's like, I can't get the pass in. He can't stop his forward momentum. And Dragic draws the charge. So Vildoza assumes point guard duties. Pass to the corner. Siderskis has made 1-3. Make it 2. We'll put some tape on the floor for the Lithuanian. That's his sweet spot. Kolo is just so fluid. You know, when he's at his best, quick first step, glides to the basket. He's such an elegant basketball player. Yeah, Lorenzo Brown, a little hand check here. As he commits the foul on the perimeter, his first action. Dragic, clean look at a 3, too strong. Both teams taking care of their defensive rebounds, that's for certain. Yeah, nice pass by DeColo. And good collapsing defense by Youssoufa Fall. Duverielu kicks it out, and Ilanovis with his first points of the evening. So you can see Duverielu just trying to move his feet as he steps out. We call this showing on the screen, or some coaches call it hedging on the screen. He's actually guarding the screener, but he steps out to put pressure on the basketball, just to make sure the basketball doesn't turn the corner on the screen. You don't want that ball carrier to go around the screen and get into the heart of your defense. And so momentarily, you just let the screener dive to the basket. There you go, there's Vesely, and then he flashes back. It's called hedge and recover. And Polonara with the dribble drive. Oh, great backdoor pass from Vesely! A delicious bounce pass to DeColo, who lays it up and in. DeColo acknowledged the pass. Merci, mon ami, he says, thanks, my friend. And Vildoza's 3 off the mark. Here's DeColo in the open floor. Finds Brown in space. And Brown rattles home a 3. Lorenzo Brown gets on the scoreboard. He opens up the largest lead for the home side. As they're up 9. Fall trying to establish post position on Vesely inside, and now this is another foul here on Lorenzo Brown. So he's got 2 quick ones. We'll see what Coach Kokoskov does. Yeah, he's just getting inside the footwork of Zoran Dragic, a little bit too close. He's got a little look. Brown looks out of the corner of his eye down to the bench to see any subs coming up for number 4. As DeColo steps out, so Guduric comes in, but it's for DeColo, not Brown. As Slovenian Zoran Dragic steps to the line. So Brown's got to be careful now. And the thing about Dragic is he's a penetrate first offensive player. Brown's got to be careful of that. Guduric. Here's Vesely at the free throw line. And that's good. Jan Vesely showing good movement. Slipped into the high post. Knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Alec Peters gets his first touch into the low post. Polonara draws a crowd. Vildoza manages to just get the handle and knocks down a three from the corner. Dribble weave here from Fener. Now they space and play. 4 out, 1 in. Guduric, the left-handed shooter, rattles the iron. You can hear the instructions coming from the Fenerbahce bench. Stop the ball, stop the ball. It's the first thing you want to do in transition. Polonara! Oh, I thought he was going to make a house call. But the scoop and score is good. He was lining up a dunk until he saw Vesely come over. A good fluency now in the game. Good rhythm. Vesely glides in one! Jan Vesely has been ubiquitous early on here. He sets screens. He's in the high post. He's in the low post. And now he gets a trip to the line. Little step through as he attacks Polonara. And this is interesting to see. Polonara rotates from the help side a split second late. That's the matchup that we identified in our kind of pregame comments. And Vesely wins that little battle. Just gonna have a look to see how many fouls on Polonara. That's his second. Well, fans, remember you can track all the live in-game stats on the EuroLeague website. It's all the W's.euroleague.net. Just click on the link to tonight's game. You can follow the numbers as you watch the images and listen to the sounds of the continent of Europe's premier basketball competition. Dragic can't convert the reverse layup inside. And with the shade under 17 seconds, Fenerbahce should get the last possession here in the opening stanza. Well, Fener lead by 7. They have led by 9. And they'll look to manage the last possession here with an eye to extending their lead. Tough pass inside to Vesely. Girelletti knocks down a 3. The perfect finish for Fenerbahce as Vesely and Girelletti clinch their fists. And this will please Coach Koshkov to no end. Great start for the hosts. They're up 10 here in Istanbul. Well, fans, we'll take a look at the first quarter highlights in the 31st meeting between tonight's two clubs. Good start for Baskonia. Sederskis knocks down a couple of threes from the corner. An even better start from Fenerbahce as Jan Vesely has been active offensively and defensively. Got a couple of steals, a couple of rebounds, and he's proved instrumental so far in this game. Here's a nice, easy dunk for Vesely off the steal. Jan Vesely with 11 points in the first quarter. He's got a steal, couple of rebounds, couple of assists as well right there. Nice bounce pass to DeColo. DeColo with 6. And look at the battle of the boards. Fenerbahce are 9-2, +7 on the backboard. That's just a perfect start. You got 28 points in a quarter. Remember, this is a Fenerbahce team who last week put 95 points on CSKA. The table toppers, they won 95-93. You can see the best performance in the first quarter, Jan Vesely with 11 points in a quarter. He's played all 10 minutes. He's going to start the second quarter as well. And these are one of those moments in a game where you're like, Coach, don't take me out. I know my legs. I've got lots of minutes in them, but I'm on a roll. Now just remember, fans, that this is a Baskonia club who are playing their third EuroLeague game in quick succession. They had to make up a round 5 game against Alba. They played that on Tuesday, the 5th of Jan. They played their regular round 18 game on the 7th of Jan. They beat Ceska 95-93. And Vildoza says, I'm not tired. Steals and lays it up and in. Yeah, good anticipation by the Argentine. An easy 2 for Baskonia. Guduric in a 2-man game with Vesely. Oh, behind the back to Pierre. Pretty basketball by Fenerbahce. Deshaun Pierre with the 3-point shot. With the behind the back pass from Alex Perez. So it's Mexican to Canadian, the North Americans combining here in the Dardanelles. Peters' shot rattles in and out. And Ilimani Diop with a rare offensive rebound. Vildoza checks his feet. He's fouled in the act of shooting. And so Vildoza will step to the line to throw it thrice on the foul by Jarrell Eddy. I love this, you know, Ann Panther just having a little chat with Jarrell Eddy, just explaining what she saw. It's a real sign of good, confident officiating when the referees can talk to the players. And Vildoza converts all 3 free throws. Nice pass. Opens up the 3-point shooting attempt, which is off the mark. Dragic with the rebound. Vildoza feeling it. That one's a little short. Now Fenner with a chance to break. Yeah, the pass from Pierre was the right idea, but it was just behind Vesely. He can't bring it in. Peters trying to get a touch now. Gets it on the low post. Draws the help. And good scrambling defense by Fenerbahce as they recover. Vildoza, again, his 3 is short. Henry with a long rebound, kicks to Peters, and Peters strings it. Well, very unselfish play here from Perrier Henry, who had a little baby jump shot himself, but he kicks it to the sharpshooter Peters. And Peters knocks down a 3. Here's your score at the timeout. Fenerbahce 31, Baskonia 26. Well, that's looking ahead a week's time as Bayern will play Real Madrid. Bayern, the surprise package this year under the tutelage of Coach Trinchieri. They've had a marvelous first half of the season. Of course, that's next week. There's plenty of basketball this week, fans. We have got a double week for you. Stay with us. Fenerbahce, as I mentioned previously, right now hosting Baskonia. In a couple of days' time, they will host Panathinaikos, a team who are struggling down towards the bottom of the table. As for Baskonia, of course, they're here on the road in Istanbul. They will continue to Israel. They'll play Maccabi Tel Aviv. At least they're getting to the warm areas of Europe this time of year. Baskonia in the Basque Country in northern Spain. Vesely gets it on the baseline. Mamutolu gets his first action. Perez in the corner, lets fly with a three, it's short. Henry picks up the long rebound. Henry in the open floor. His pass to Peters is wayward. Peters has to run it down before it goes across half court. Yeah, Peters trying to get a seal on Alex Perez. And Dragic just steps out of bounds. See the left foot just steps out there. Vesely finds a little sweet spot on the baseline and hits that little mid-range jump shot. That's his game. It is. He wants to be 15 feet and in. Dragic earns himself a trip to the line. Little touch foul here from Alex Perez. Perez will step out with his first foul. Zoran Dragic in his 7th EuroLeague season. He's been around the continent. A couple seasons with Malaga as he drops the second free throw. It's been to Himki Moscow, Olympia Milano. Played right here in Istanbul with Anadolu Efes. Second season with Baskonia. Colo back on the floor for the home team. Pierre. Layup falls softly off the rim, and now Henry is so quick in the open floor. Dragic probes, and that is Dragic's game. He wants to penetrate first, and so you have to know this about him. He's a spotty shooter from three-point land, but if he can get you on his first step like he gets Jarrell Eddy here, he's a difficult proposition to cope with. His first step is very quick. He's left-handed. And so you have to invite him to take a three-point shot and then adjust if he converts. Peters just lost the handle on the insertion pass. And there's a turnover against Baskonia. Meli Mamutolu at the point here for Fenerbahce. Allows Colo to come off the point a little bit. Here's Colo in space. He's unerring. He's a pass-first kind of guard, but he's just so fluid. He makes everything look easy. Good riders back in the ball game. Great defense by Fenerbahce as they close down passing lanes. Now, shot clock running down. Alec Peters, fadeaway jump shot, no good. But the tip-in is by Zoran Dragic. We hit the midway mark of the second quarter. It's a two-possession game. John Vesely gets called for a moving screen. Yeah, didn't quite get set. Perrier Henry. Yeah, you can see he's just drifting to his left is Vesely. smart by Henry. So he goes off the high screen from Iliman Diop. And he's going to go here and he's going to initiate the contact. He goes into the defensive player. You'd like to see him use his left hand there, but watch this. He turns the corner on the screen, he sees the help, and he goes in and creates the contact himself. He'll be annoyed he doesn't finish the lay-in, but it's intelligent play by Henry. Henry, just his second season in the EuroLeague. He was the Eurocup regular season MVP in 2019 when he played for Unex Kazan, and he's made the adjustment to EuroLeague seamlessly. Had a double-double, 18 points and 10 rebounds last week in the win over table-toppers Ceska. Right now, he just worked his way through 2 screens. Duvriolu glides to the basket, lays it up and in. Good defense by Fener as they deny the entry passes. Peters shot up the mark. And we've got 3 to come and a technical foul to boot as well. So Alec Peters in the act of shooting. I think as he's coming down, he gets fouled here. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, we've got the benefit of replay. It looks like it's incidental contact on Pierre. It looks like Peters might have bought this foul here, but the reaction from the bench brings the technical as the referees confer. The question is Peters in the act of shooting or is it after the shot? And of course, we'll have the technical to come. Yeah, so Pierre says, I'm just closing out and contesting. It was the faintest of contacts. But Peters is a veteran, so Fenerbahce are in the penalty. So Peters shoots the first free throw. We'll see how many he has. So, yeah, that free throw from Peters was the technical. And now these are the shots for the foul in the game. And the referees are signaling 3. So, in the interpretation of the referee, Peters is still in the act of shooting. He'll get 3 free throws for the foul and the 1 for the technical. And this brings Baskonia to within a possession. Just 3 points into it. They trailed by as many as 9 in the first quarter. Dragic, little back tip. He tries to pick the pocket of Guduric, but the ball rolls out of bounds. So Fener facing a bit of adversity here. Let's see how they respond. Yeah, here's Diop with the reaching foul. Coach Ivanovic sending in Tony Jakira, who's in his first season with the club. Played for Asvel last year. DeColo now between the circles. Little bounce pass to Duvriolu. Pivots. Gives it back to DeColo. DeColo draws the foul on Alec Peters. DeColo and Peters were teammates with CSKA Moscow back in 2019 when they won the EuroLeague crown. Of course, they are the reigning champions, CSKA. They won it in Vitoria. DeColo, top of the key. Step back shot from DeColo is short. Well, it's great vision by Perrier, Henry, and Dragic with the reverse lay-in draws the goaltending call. This is Dragic at his best. He wants to get out and run lanes. He wants to play at a high tempo. And Henry, with the pass ahead, leads to the easy two. And we have got a 1-point ball game here with 3:30 to play in the first half. Guduric and Dragic in the lane. DeColo got it! Nando DeColo with a corner three-pointer. And one to come. As Perrier Henry, I think, commits the foul. That expression says it all. So DeColo just finds space as Guduric is in the paint and knocks down a three. DeColo in the top 5 all-time in scoring in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. In fact, he's 4th on his 8 seasons. Many seasons with CSKA. Henry, he's so unselfish, Henry. He had a chance to lay it in. Dragic, dispossessed. Jakiri kicks. Dragic pulls the trigger, in and out. Peters, his tip won't go. Guduric, he can't tip it in. Guduric steps into a transition three and knocks it down. It's such an easy three. It's in rhythm. You're facing the basket. And Guduric acknowledges the pass. Mamutolu fills the trail spot, gets his feet set. Nothing but net. On good spacing by Fenerbahce. It's such a rhythm three. We talk about this so many times. When you're in transition, you're the trailer, everything's in front of you. You're facing the basket, you're facing the rim, and you just step right into a shot as Fenerbahce step right into an 8-point lead.
He helped with no penetration. Okay, Aki for
Well, we just heard the words there of Coach Ivanovic. Just a couple of comments for the players before they come out. He's in his 3rd stint with the club. He's the winningest coach in Baskonia history. Coach Ivanovic was a 2-time EuroLeague champion as a player. He played with that old Jugoplastica club in Split, Croatia. As a coach, he led Baskonia to the EuroLeague finals in 2005 in Moscow. They came 2nd to Maccabi. This team, Baskonia, got a chance to make the playoffs, there's no doubt. Guduric lost the ball to Marko Guduric. Watch this, he's gonna try and cross over, and that's, whoa, it was a little foul there by Guduric. That's exactly how you defend the crossover. Just stick your hand down in front and see if you could deflect it. Maybe the scales of justice swing back. As Guduric coughs it back up. Teams exchange turnovers. Villanovas guards his national team teammate in Guduric. Dragic, the reverse layup attempt, no good. It's DeColo who's down. He clattered into Tony Jakiri. Looks like he's winded, maybe a blow to the solar plexus. Do we see it here? Yeah, it was just a foot by Jakiri. Inadvertence, no doubt. Nicolo right now with 6 points. Vesely, I beg your pardon, Nicolo with 13. At 6 points at the end of the first quarter. Dispossessed from behind. Henry, now can he finish? Henry! Great job with the left hand as he picks the pocket of Nicolo and then takes on Jan Vesely. Perrier Henry with a steal and a finish. And Baskonia draw to within 6. Nicolo trying to make the entry pass. Here's the ball screen from Vesely. It's another moving screen. This one a little less obvious than the previous one. But that horn right there, let's see, does he get set? It's Nicolo really. The ball carrier has to let the screener establish position. And you have to, it's almost a back pick there. You've got to give, you can see what Vesely says. He says a little bit of play acting, but again, I think the referees are right on this one. The referees are always right. What am I talking about? So for Vesely, commits 2 fouls on moving screens. He's active defensively, almost leads to a turnover there. Now he's guarding the ball. Shot clock running down. High arcing pass to Jakiri. He slides a pass inside, and Polonara lays it up and in. So Vesely with 2 personal fouls. Inside a minute to play here in the first half. Ulanovas been quiet offensively. Now going at his countryman here. Gudraitis, and Gudraitis deflects it. Guduric in the corner. Got it! Marko Guduric with a 3. As Baskonia go right into transition, and Gudraitis missed the lay-in. Guduric wisely takes his foot off the pedal as they want to get the last shot here. Fenerbahce Baskonia do have a foul to give. Do the players know that? Are they aware of it? Ulanovas. Brown lets fly. Strings it! Lorenzo Brown with a 3 at the death in the first half. And as quick as you like, Fenerbahce lead by 10. It's their first double-digit lead of the first half, off the hands of Lorenzo Brown, who's been largely quiet in the first half. And Fener will be delighted with this 10-point differential at halftime. Came back in round 16, and no surprise, Fenerbahce have won round 16, 17, and 18 with the influence of this man here with the basketball in his hands. So we'll get the 5s organized. Fenerbahce come out with Guduric, Nicolo, Ulanovas, Vesely, and Duverielu. Vesely finds Nicolo in space. His shot off the mark. An offensive rebound here for Fenerbahce. Yeah, Vesely just gets a good seal on Perrier Henry. He shows his hands, and it's just a simple step through, but what happens is he does the work before he receives the ball. Gets a good pin, shows his hands, and an easy score. Baskonia start with Henry and Vildoza in the backcourt. Sedekerskis on the wing. It's Polonara and I think it's Yusufa Fall. It is Fall who earns the foul right here on Duverielu. And the 3rd personal on the Fenerbahce center. Fall keeps it high, finds Sedekerskis. Sedekerskis with his first miss from 3-point land. He's 1 of 3. Ulanovas slides a pass into Vesely. Extra pass to Nicolo. Good inside-out play by Fenerbahce. The 3 attempt from Guduric is off the mark, and Duverielu with another offensive rebound, buying his club another possession. Nicolo's mid-range jump shot, no good. Tough pass inside to Fall, and Fall travels. Well, good demonstration there by Fenerbahce of how to collapse on defense and surround the basketball. We're gonna see Fall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 jerseys around him. And Vesely just helps the referees with a travel call. Yusufa Fall with a blocking foul on Decolo. Fall steps out with 2 fouls. Yeah, Goodrich just a nice extra pair of hands. He finds an open shot for Decolo, who's just struggling from the perimeter right now. Decolo, 5 of 8. Make that 5 of 9. Yeah, Polonara finds Sidekarskis, but it's 3 seconds, and Baskonia out of sync offensively right now. Take a look at the turnover totals for Baskonia. They have 7. Fenerbahce with a comfortable 12-point lead. They started up 10 here in the second half. Decolo just keeps moving. Oh, he drops it down to Vesely! And Jakiri meets him at the rim. Oh, Decolo, what a pretty pass here. Bounce pass to Vesely, who goes up with one intention in mind. But Jakiri comes from the help side with a block. And could this be a spark for Baskonia to get them out of their offensive torpor? Polonara, there it is. So often you see it, a defensive play will spur the offense. Polonara knocks down to 3. And can Baskonia now mount a challenge here in the third quarter? Polonara with 12. Milanovic, mid-range jump shot, good. Yeah, Vildoza just bisects. And it's Goodrich. Goodrich is a good teammate right now because Duveriolu has 3 fouls. Could easily have been called for that foul as well, and Goodrich sticks his hand up quickly to say, I'll take it. For Goodrich, it's his second personal. Henry, his shot from the elbow. Off the back iron. Yeah, there it is, Decolo. He's the maestro. He just surveys things, keeps his dribble alive. He finds Deshaun Pierre, who doesn't pull the trigger, and Decolo comes back. And knocks down to 3. Sidekarskis stepped down. And Baskonia right now are laboring. They're just trying to stay close. There's plenty of time in this game for them to change their fortunes, but it's a hard battle they're in right now. Remember, Baskonia played January 5th a makeup game, a round 5 makeup game at Berlin. They beat Alba 95-91. 2 days later, they beat Ceska 95-93 on the 7th of Jan. Here we are now on the 12th, and the 3rd EuroLeague game in quick succession. Throw in a domestic game against Malaga, and the Baskonia players have got plenty of minutes in their legs. As Henry gets some love from the rim. The players will tell you, though, they'd rather play games than practice. It's just sometimes the travel takes a little bit out of you as well. Eddie rims out. And Duvrielu, wow, that's a good demonstration of how to rebound offensively. And it leads to a 3 from Fenerbahce. If you can't grab the offensive rebound, keep tipping it, keep it alive. Maybe a teammate gets it. Eddie does. And now we've got a seesaw back and forth as Gudraitis finally wakes up offensively. Gudraitis, his first points of the evening. Pierre's shot, no good. Henry with the long rebound. Now it's a 3-on-2. Peters checks his feet, no good. Back come Fenerbahce. As Henry commits the transition foul here. Players so well schooled in using fouls tactically. Referees are just conferring here. Yeah, I don't think they could say this is an intentional foul from Henry. He's in front of the basketball. It's a reaching foul. There's no doubt that he wants to foul, but he's making a basketball play here in committing that foul. And here's your score at the timeout. It's Fenerbahce 63, Baskonia 49. So you can see here Duvrielu, and he just keeps it alive. Ends up into the hands of Jarell Eddy. Jarell Eddy knocks down a 3. That play will not appear in the scorebook. It's a hustle play by Duvrielu. It's not an assist, it's a tip, it's a deflection. But it leads to 3 points. It allows Fenerbahce to extend their comfortable lead. So Fenerbahce right now, they're won the last 3 games in a row, trying to get to their 4th. And, you know, we're talking about the last few years for this club have been amazing, really. They've had 5 Final Four appearances between 2015 and 2019. So again, in 2015 in Madrid, 4th. 2016 in Berlin, they lost the final to Ceska. 2017, they won the crown in Istanbul. 2018 in Belgrade, they lost the finals to Madrid. In 2019 in Vitoria, they came in 4th. So last year, of course, we didn't have a Final Four. So the last 5 Final Fours, Fenerbahce have been there. Last season, they struggled. They were in 8th position with a losing record, 13-15. And you can see Pierre holds his ground. Good no call there by the referees. I think the foul happened after the contact with Henry. No, I beg your pardon, they're gonna call it. So Henry appealed for the call. And this is how you can get yourself back in a game. Make free throws from the line. So Henry converts both. And now Baskonia, you got to dig in here next couple of minutes and try to get this deficit into the single-digit range before the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 seconds called. So turnover against Fenerbahce. Henry trying to become more influential in this game as Perez commits the foul. You can see Perez is new to the club. He doesn't even have a uniform with his jersey yet. He's wearing someone else's jersey. That is Alex Perez. He's in the official scorebook as number 5, so welcome to the club, Perez. Nice pass inside, and Peters missed it. Wow, this just takes the wind out of your sail. Yeah, it just stings so much if you're Baskonia. You've got an easy lay-in opportunity. Peters misses it, and Fenerbahce come right back and get an and one. Peters needs to convert this. He does it. Vesely touched the rim. And Pierre with the transition lay-in and a chance now to tack on the and one. There it is. It's a 5-point swing. And Fener with a commanding 18-point lead. It is the largest deficit that Baskonia have faced. And in the city known as the City of Seven Hills, Baskonia have got a lot of uphill climbing to do right now. Brown with a steal. You can hear the applause of the Fenerbahce players as they commend the defense. Lorenzo Brown goes at Tony Jakire. He's just too quick, too mobile. And Fenerbahce, who led by 10 at the end of the first half, now lead by 20. Jakire to Goodridis, and a goaltending call here against Lorenzo Brown. Yeah, remember, once the ball strikes the backboard, you cannot touch it until it hits the rim. Brown, his three, rattles the rim. Henry goes at Vesely. It's an empty possession for Baskonia. Fener looked to reestablish that 20-point lead. Here's Vesely with a mismatch, and Alec Peters commits the foul. Alec Peters doesn't guard in the low post very often. Vesely stands 2 meters 13, and Alec Peters 206. Zoran Dragic comes into the game for the first time this quarter. He gets beat on a cut. I don't see a foul either. I know what he's saying here. He makes a bit of a foul on the cut, but once Perez gets clear, there's no foul in the act of shooting. So here's Alex Perez from San Diego, California originally. Left the free throw short. Dragic's scoop and score rolls out, and Jakiri tips it up and in. Vildoza with a steal. Finds Jakiri. Well, this kind of sums up Baskonia's night. They can't get anything easy. And Dragic with the miss. It's a poor break from Baskonia. They had a trailer who was open coming through. It's a really good steal from Vildoza, but you've got to turn those opportunities at least to free throws in transition, if not points. Perez glides to the rim, high off the backboard and in. Alex Perez trying to find a home here in Fenerbahce. Jakiri earns a foul and goes to the line. Just over a half second left.
Lorenzo Brown, third personal, 50,
Fouls on Lorenzo Brown, his third. Duvriolu's going to come in, I think, just to help rebound here. Jakiri's first season with Baskonia, second in the EuroLeague. He played last year with Asvel from Lagos, Nigeria originally. Everybody's in early, but Jakiri makes the free throw. And so at the end of 3 quarters of play, Fenerbahce with a commanding lead. They led by 10 to start the second half. To start the fourth quarter, they lead by 19. Well, third quarter highlights in the 31st meeting between tonight's two clubs. Fenerbahce, the hosts, rampant here in the third quarter. They had 16 assists at halftime. They've now got 22. It's a total you would be pleased with at the end of a game. And that man there, Jakiri, does his best to try and negate assists with that block. DeColo is influential. He has 18 points on 20 minutes of play. Outstanding productivity from the Frenchman. Jan Vesely with 15. Alex Peters is coming off the bench with 4 quick points. Look at the three-point shooting of Fenerbahce. It was at 75%, now it's 57%. You'd still be pleased with that. And they continue to press their advantage on the backboard. They're +7. Look at Fener, only been to the free throw line just 6 times. Well, as you know, fans, we've started this new best performance of the quarter. Last couple of rounds. This quarter goes to Tony Jakiri. 2 points, couple of rebounds, block shot. And now he's finding the first 2-3 minutes of the fourth quarter so important. If Baskonia are going to mount a challenge, they need to get busy early. They'll come out and get the first possession. And they start with Peters, Dragic, Vildoza, Polonara, and Jakiri. Dragic, hard-nosed basket. Fener, Perez, Guduric, Brown, Duvriolu. Gets called for 3 seconds, and Jan Vesely. So Duvriolu having his lunch down there. Gets called for 3 seconds. Baskonia can ill afford these turnovers. It's an intricate pass attempt from Dragic. And then in the scramble for the loose ball, I think Jakiri commits a foul. It is first personal. Peters coughs it up. The pass ahead to Dragic. And Dragic flushes. And Coach Kokoshkov is going to talk about this one. He didn't like the looks of that. Good defense by Vildoza. And an easy score for Baskonia as they try to mount a challenge to get back in this round 19 contest. They trail by 17. Well, this will give us a chance, fans, to take a look at tonight's 7 days magic moment. Great bit of defense here by Tony Jakiri. Terrific pass by DeColo. And Jan Vesely has all but put his name in the scorebook. He's got the V, he's got the E in the book. And then Jakiri comes over for the block, perfectly timed. And you can see 3 points, 3 assists. And that critical block, the bottom of the numbers for Tony Jakiri. That's no easy task. How often have we seen Vesely with thunder dunks? He's so explosive in the halo. Now Jakiri settles in, tries to pay some attention here in the timeout. Well, end line out of bounds here for Fenerbahce. It's DeColo and Brown in the backcourt with Guduric. That's their best trio of guards. Guduric has a little clear out here. And Fenerbahce will have come out of the timeout and talked about this as they tried to isolate Guduric on Peters. Draws the foul. Two-man game on this side of the floor for Duvriulu and Guduric. And Duvriulu with the finish. He's getting better and better, you know, every season. As DeColo protests a foul. Let's see what happens here. Here's the score. And DeColo just knocks a Baskonia player out of the way. I think the referees are just going to perhaps see this on instant replay. So Duvriulu makes a little jump hook here. Good finish, and then you can see that DeColo and Polonara clash. It's an unsportsmanlike foul, the initial call by the baseline referee. As the referees confer. Well, fans, we are in the 21st edition of the modern EuroLeague. We are on the road to Cologne for the Final Four. It's the 64th running of the European Championships of basketball. CSKA Moscow are the defending champions. They won the title back in 2019. So the basket is converted here by Duvriulu. And then Polonara comes through. DeColo, the initial signal from the baseline referee is that this is an unsportsmanlike foul. And they're going to review it now. We'll see what the referees confer. Jan Vesely was the MVP in that 2019 season. Mike James, the Alfonso Ford Trophy winner, the top scorer in the league in that 2019 year. He played for Olimpia Milano in that season. Of course, he's now with CSKA Moscow. And it looks like it's going to be a regular foul, an ordinary foul. I think DeColo's saying, why is it even a foul? And coach Ivanovic wants to know why it wasn't an unsportsmanlike foul. So all kinds of perspectives. The referees did the right thing. They conferred, looked at the video, and made the decision. Jakiri finds Vildoza, gets it back, and Vildoza gets called for a travel. Well, you're just coughing it right back up. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah, just didn't get that pivot foot down, and the referee's in the right spot. Great vantage point. Again, Guduric with a little isolation. Fenerbahce must like this matchup. Decolo with a three. Remember, Nando Decolo right here in this fixture last year had his career-high 39 points. And right now, Fenerbahce just too much for Baskonia to cope with, both offensively and defensively. Yeah, here's Dragic is where he's at his best on that left hand, going hard to the rim, but just couldn't convert. Decolo just as cool as you like. Steps into a three, wasted his dribble. Dragic can't convert this. Nice contest by Duveriolu. Decolo, what's this? I'll just have a look here. Thank you very much. And Decolo's got 23 points as Fenerbahce are starting to run away with this one. They're up 22 at the timeout. Well, Coach Kokoshkov, who's with Fener in his first season,
The first peak, move the ball, if we play one more time.
as we listen to Coach Ivanovic.
Here, looking for this pass and this guy cut. Look, after, ball is here, take the shot. Take the shot, follow take the shot. We are alone, take the shot. Let's go, guys.
And so just taking a look at Fener over the last 3 weeks. So round 16, they beat Olympiacos 84-77 as we take you through the game center. FS with an 8-point differential against Alba. Alba have been blighted by some injuries, and Coach Oranesis came down with the virus. Let's hope that he is recovering. And then round 17, Fenerbahce beat Asvel comfortably. Round 18 last week, they squeezed Paksevina Zvezda 73-71, and so they're on the precipice now of their 4th win in a row, and you just wonder, are they starting to get themselves organized? Guduric with a much-needed three for Baskonia. Well, Fener certainly have got one hand on a win tonight. Still time for Baskonia to get in it. Oh, thunder dunk from Duveriolu off the give by Brown. Fener right now firing on all cylinders. Duveriolu's in foul trouble. I think this is his 4th. Watch this, Brown just leaves it for the big fella. He comes late to the party. And then goes right to the dip. Duveriolu just strolls through the lane and sends it down. Vildoza with a long three, no good. Polonara keeps it alive. And the pass just wayward. Decolo, a little wraparound to Pierre. Moves it to Brown. Peters needs to get that ball out quicker. It's guys running lanes, and you're struggling to score. You want fast break opportunities. Vildoza tries to thread the needle, but that pass is intercepted by the Fenerbahce defense, and they're in no hurry. They'll slow things down and try and take some seconds off the clock. DeColo off the mark. DeColo 4 for 7 from behind the rainbow. Peters is dispossessed by Lorenzo Brown. Good strip by Brown. Goodridis lost it. And Polonara with the foul. The turnover starting to mount for Baskonia. They've got 14 turnovers. And maybe just one game too many for them. Great steal by Brown. As Polonara commits the foul. Good defense here by Polonara as he comes up with a steal. And Tds lays it up and in. Pierre can't convert against Henry, who comes out of the pack with the rebound. Oh, Tds' shot is blocked by Goodurich, who shows his muscles. Marko Goodurich, big smiles as he looks to Jan Vesely as if to say, big fella, let me show you how to block a shot. Tds. Lunch is served. And the shot clock running down. Fener commit the foul. You can see Vesely just pressuring the ball. Commits the foul. Peters, top of the key. Yeah, he hasn't really been able to get his night going offensively, Alec Peters. Goodridis just trying to shoot the lane here. He commits the foul. Alec Peters with 7. Nice bounce pass to DeColo, who wriggles his way around the rim for the reverse lay-in. DeColo game's high scorer with 25, and a steal here by DeColo. That was the pass up for Vesely. Peters breaks up the play. Goodridis' shot off the mark. Fener just trying to play this one out now with a commanding lead, over 3 minutes to play. DeColo just sends it up to Vesely on the high screen and roll. And you wonder now when Coach Kokoshkov will start to manage minutes. He's got another game coming in a couple of days' time. When does Vesely come out He has 17. When does DeColo come out? He has 25. Peters got it. Peters with 10. DeColo clears out to isolate Pierre. Brown shot off the mark. Good ride. Is he going to go coast to coast? Well, he just left it short. Did all the hard work. And then Alligator armed it at the end. Couldn't get it up over the front of the rim. Just checking his front teeth to make sure he's got everything in place. So Guduric comes out. He'll go on ice, I would presume, to rest for the next match coming up right here against Panathinaikos. Good ride as his shot is short. Pierre, little ball fake to open up the scoring opportunity and no good. And Polonara dribbles the ball down the sideline to find Perrier Henry. Yeah, nice pass by Polonara. And Peters with the lay-in. Under 2 to play. Fenerbahce up 18. They have led by as many as 21. It's been a terrific display by Fener. They had 28 points in the first quarter, showing their intention tonight. And the lay-in up and good. It's Kurucs with the finish. Artur Kurucs has come off the bench to provide some energy and give some teammates some much needed rest. 20-year-old Latvian in his first EuroLeague season. Was out on loan last year to the VEF Riga club. Back in his native Latvia. Of course, Latvian basketball right now is going well. You've got the Bertans brothers, Kristaps Porzingis. A real good period in Latvian basketball history. DeColo, thank you. Nando DeColo. DeColo now has 29. Let me just correct that, 27. And you can see Kurucs gets called for the travel. I'm not sure he did, neither is Coach Ivanovic. Vasily to Pierre, to Guduric. And Guduric sinks the three. Well, we wondered after the first quarter when Fenerbahce had 28 points, how productive could they be? Turnover here, it's a 4-on-2 opportunity for Fener. DeColo directing traffic. Brown. Yeah, look at how unselfish they are. Fenerbahce, you have a shot, pass it, move it, share it. And when you're rolling like this, it's a lot of fun. Right now, it's just space and play basketball, and everybody in that possession got a touch as Brown knocks down the three to get us to 96-73, the largest lead of the game thus far. Well, this is potentially a huge win for Fenerbahce because they have an 8-10 record coming into tonight. They'll rise to 9-10. And Baskonia, who were 9-9, will fall to 9-10. As Baskonia try to haul themselves up the league table. This is a feel-good win for Fener. Everybody who played is on the scorebook bar. Meli Mamatolu with 7 minutes of action, doesn't have a basket yet. That's when you go and you sit right next to coach. You get right next to coach and get in his ear, and then coach, get me in. Give me some time. Well, 10 seconds left in this one as Baskonia try to finish with the last score. Peters lets fly, and it's good. Good execution of the sideline out of bounds. And so Fenerbahce are able to pay back the loss. Round 9.